Jennifer Cohen here. I'd like to take a minute to tell you why I think Healing Roots is special and also share with you some of my ideas about teaching music. I think as teachers and parents, we want to equip our kids with the tools necessary to become productive and compassionate citizens in the world. The question is, how can Healing Roots play a role in that? Well, I learned two important lessons when COVID hit and I took my piano teaching studio online. The first lesson is that I realized several students clearly became more enthusiastic learners when they were in the comfort of their home environment. They loved showing me their stuffed animal that they kept on the piano, or in one case, their cat that sat on the piano. And it was remarkable just how much more open they were to the process of learning. That made me think back to my public school days. And yeah, I thought of about 10 to 15% of the students I taught probably would have been more successful had they been learning in their home. The second lesson I learned is that out of necessity, the students became more independent. And what I mean by that is, for instance, when they were at my house, I may have said I wanted them to start in measure 4, and I would have pointed to measure 4 in the music. I couldn't do that when they were at home, and they had to ask, Jennifer, what do you mean by measure? So I realized I had been making assumptions about things that they didn't know, and that was really quite revealing for me. Over COVID, all of my students improved their music vocabulary, but it was fun to see them take ownership of their learning and to advocate for themselves. I would say their time management skills improved, and overall just their sense of independence and confidence. So those are skills that are much needed as adults in the workforce, and those are skills that come from taking ownership of your learning. As important as I think face-to-face time is, and of course I do believe in that, I think that actually a lot of great learning can happen online, and that is a check in the box for Healing Roots. As far as my teaching music goes, I try to provide an engaging lesson where all students feel comfortable as we sing, listen, dance, analyze, compare, describe, and create music. It is through these activities that students begin to match pitch with their voices, recognize a variety of instrumental timbres, respond to expressive elements such as dynamics, articulation, tempo, start to identify elements of musical form, and recognize and imitate patterns. That last one is particularly important because music, like math, is made up of patterns. In fact, life is made up of patterns, and so the more we are able to identify and understand and possibly predict those patterns, the more we gain a broader understanding of the world around us. I hope that's been helpful. Thank you, and see you later.